y'all, welcome back to Divine Guidance, the channel that's dedicated to allowing your intuition to be the driving force of your life. In today's video, I will be talking about the none other beautiful green little powerful stone known as MOLDAVITE. Here, check out my little baby here. Now, this one is a 2.7 gram MOLDAVITE stone that I got online. It came with a certificate of authenticity so that I know it's legit. Now, MOLDAVITE isn't technically considered a crystal. It's called a tactite stone, and it is found near the Czech Republic, and they're very, very rare, and they are known to have mystical powers and mystical abilities to help you transform your life. So with that said, I will be honest, I was actually a little hesitant to work with MOLDAVITE for that reason. Now, there are some things that I do need and want to change in my life. But like a lot of people, I want to be in control. I want to be in control of it. And I heard that MOLDAVITE will propel you forward in such a way that it's kind of hard for you to catch up, for you to wrap your mind around like all of the changes that are happening in your life. So I did get over my fear, and I went ahead and did my first meditation with MOLDAVITE. Now, I meditate every single day, and I do meditate with crystals. Never ever have I meditated with MOLDAVITE before. So this was my very first time. And when I first held my MOLDAVITE, I didn't really feel anything spectacular per se. Now, normally when I meditate with my crystals, I do feel some of them do buzz. I do get a buzzing sensation with some of my crystals, but the majority of them is more like a steady pulsing sensation when I'm holding them. So the MOLDAVITE, I held it during my meditation. At first, I felt like a tingly sensation in my hand. I held it in my left hand, my receiving hand. And the more I held it and the more I did my deep breathing and started my meditation, the more that sensation traveled. It felt tingly, it buzzed, and then it just eventually just traveled throughout my entire body. Like, it literally felt like my whole body was just vibrating and tingling the whole time I was meditating. It was so bizarre, but kind of cool at the same time. Now, I had those sensations. Next, I felt a warming sensation, and particularly my head. My eyes felt warm, like around my third eye area. It felt really warm and tingly right about there. And my heart, my chest area felt warm and tingly as well. But like, no joke, the whole time I held this thing, like, it kind of felt like my toe was in a electrical socket. Like, it felt like a gentle current was just going through my body the whole time. It was just so bizarre. So I did my 25-minute meditation as usual. But then my timer went off and I wasn't ready for it to end. So I reset my timer for 15 more minutes. So I got a few extra more minutes. And it was just, gosh, it was so different. It was so different. Now, normally, and I think I told you guys this before, when I meditate, it takes me a good 10 minutes to kind of settle my mind down, settle my body down, to stop fidgeting, moving around, to stop thinking about, the things that happened the day before. So with the MOLDAVITE, it literally took half that time for me to get into my sweet spot, for me to get into the zone to where I felt completely detached and numb from my body. which to people who don't meditate, that probably sounds weird. Like, why the heck would you want to feel like that? But for people who meditate, that is the feeling. That is the feeling that you go for, and you try to stay in that sweet spot for as long as you possibly can. And with Moldavite, it took me probably about 5 minutes if that, to get into that zone. So it was just a unique and a warming and just a loving experience and sensation from start to finish with this Moldavite. So I'm going to continue to work with it. I love it. Now, when I'm not meditating, normally I just kind of carry it in my pocket, in my scrub pocket, especially when I'm at work. It just makes me feel more powerful, makes me feel encouraged to just go on with my day. So for the other areas of my life, while I'm speaking about work, I do work full time. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I feel responsible for, well, somewhat responsible for my mother, who is 70 years old, but she's a lovely, lovely lady. But Mama does have a lot of health issues, and I'm the only one of her 5 children who is in the same state as her. So I do feel responsible for her, helping her get to her appointments and making sure she has the things that she needs and so on and so forth. Definitely not complaining. This is the life that I chose, and I have so much to be grateful and thankful for, which I do. I thank God every day for my many, many windfall of blessings. With that said, though, I did feel like I needed somewhat of a balance as far as work was concerned. Now, work, I'm a rock star at work. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I'm the bomb.com at work. I make sure I get everything done in a timely manner, and I make sure that it's right. Always. But outside of work, I did feel like things were kind of slipping through the cracks. So I got up the courage without hesitation, and I talked to my boss, and I just told him, look, I love my job and I want to stay here as long as possible. But to be completely honest, a lot of things on the home front are slipping through the cracks. A lot of things are just not getting done. And there's only a certain amount of time in a day. So I just on the home front just to make sure, things are taken care of and everyone is well. And there are just things that needed done that, to be completely honest, only I could do. The things that needed done, these are things that only I can take care of. So, believe it or not, my boss was completely understanding, and he praised me for, wanting to stay at work and to still take care of my family, in the way that give all of the courage that I had to talk to my boss, to my Moldavite. I mean, I can talk about the things that I want to do all day long, but really and truly, I don't know if I would have been brave enough to make that leap and to go to him and say, hey, this is what it is. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what needs to happen for me to, continue to work here. And I just think it was incredible. I really do. I honestly don't think that I would have had the balls, sorry to be so crass, to go and talk to him without the push and the drive from my Moldavite. And it was just like like I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it. Like I just thought, look, this is what needs to happen, and I just did it. I just did it. And anyone who knows me knows that I don't move like that. I don't. So I give all of the credit to, my guidance, my inner my intuition for pushing me forward to, 1, get the Moldavite, and for 2, to just have the courage to just do what it did. So that's that. So for now, I just have my 2.7 little gram Moldavite stone. I do plan on getting some jewelry soon. I really want a pendant, so that will be my next purchase. If you guys resonate with this video, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up, give me a comment, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post a new video, and definitely more content coming up soon. It was such a pleasure. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.